So I don't know if you guys know this, but your house has a sanitation that goes away from the house and it goes somewhere, right?
Yeah.
In my particular house, my sewer line goes through a creek in my backyard. And a creek, yes. And the city owns the creek because it's how they get water off the streets. So unbeknownst to me, the creek has been eroding for the last decade, and it had eroded to the point where it just broke. So technically every time I take a shit, instead of my shit going into the sewer, it's just going into the creek. And I found that out because
you have a legit shit's creek.
Yeah, I have a legitimate shit's creek. We got a knock at the door, and I'm at work, so I answered it on the ring. And I was like, can I help you? He's like, yeah, I'm here from the county. And I was like, well, I'm going to jail. Turns out I wasn't going to jail. He's like, so, sir, you have some sewage spewing out in your backyard. And I was like, well, that's shitty. And he thought that was funny, and I thought that was funny. So, but it turns out that even though they own the easement on that, I'm like 14 grand in the hole fixing it because they were going to kick us out of the house. Because technically, like, I can't live here if we don't have sewage. That's just like a law.
Here's what you do.
No, I fixed it.
All you're you need to do is set a TV up right next to the creek, get an extension cord, and charge Raiders fans to get that Oakland Coliseum experience. Count us down, buddy.
You such a bitch, yo. Oh, God damn it. 3, 2, 1. I should. You know what? Fuck you. I should have booed that damn joke, but I didn't.
Good job.
Unlike the Chiefs fans.
Yo, look.
Chiefs fans are trash. Everybody sees it now. Everybody knows it.
Here's the thing.
Trash ass team.
It's not Chiefs fans, and here's my explanation. So, just
you want to do the breakdown on what happened exactly?
Yeah. Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
You can do it.
All right. So. And like I stopped playing video games. Like I just died in the log to go back and rewatch what I had just seen. So there was a coming together of unity between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City, where they are letting in a limited number of fans.
17,000.
17,000 fans. And mind you, I had some comments on their social distancing. I don't know if they were families together, whatever. But
Plan chapters.
They came together in a showing of unity. It was not the national anthem. It was not a display of the flag. It was not anything related to anything except a show of unity to support racial causes, mostly Black Lives Matter. Headed by their lead quarterback, Patrick Mahomes.
$1 billion man. Half a billion.
The $500 million, which honestly, if we think about that number, that's very low because the commercials he's in, he's going to be $1 billion man. And that is their man. That is a man who is investing in Kansas City. That is a man who has bought a part of the Kansas City Royals. That is a man who is giving back to the community that's giving to him. And what they did was they booed while they came together and locked arms. And the only explanation I have for this is that the only people who would go to a game with 22,000 people without masks are fucking retards to begin with.
No, I don't like that word. But
yeah.
okay.
All right, I'll retract that. They are
Well,
I mean,
then you can bleep it, right? Could they
Hello.
just bleep it?
No, don't delete that.
It's
Nah,
gonna.
I didn't say delete it. I just said
the
bleep
text is gonna blow up on the screen as he says it.
it. Oh, fam. Just
Sorry,
bleep it.
First of all, my brother has a mild form of Down, so I feel like I'm allowed to say it. But no, these are the biggest idiots on the planet.
No.
All right, let's not get bogged down on his antiquated terminology. Continue.
These are the same idiots that are going to Trump rallies. These are the same idiots that went to that motorcycle thing with like
Sturgis.
2 million people. These are the same idiots. These are the Karens that walk into fucking 7-Eleven and complain about having to put on a mask so they can buy their 6 packs of smokes with their kid that's sitting in a car that's not air conditioned. Like and I'm not saying it's all of them. Like, I'm sure there were good fans, but I'm just saying the good-hearted people of Kansas City. I know people from Kansas City who are just appalled. Like, they are horrified, mortified that these are the people that are representing them.
Yep.
And it's tough. It's tough because what people are conflating it to is that is the Kansas City fan base.
Yep.
And that's not fair.
Fuck
Because the majority of the Kansas – dude, that's 20,000 out of, I'm going to say probably at this point, 1 million Kansas City Chiefs fans. And it's not fair to conflate the two. But everybody I saw at that 50-yard line with the camera that hangs down when the quarterback is – fuck those people. Like, and I don't – there's no other explanation. Like, it's not the flag anymore. And I like that they took it away from it being for the purpose of showing your ass. Well, they took it away from the national anthem and just did we're standing in solidarity halftime. Yeah. And so what they did was they took away the excuse that they had with Kaepernick and they're just allowing people to show their ass. And that, you know what? Good. Yeah, but I hope employers watch that fucking video. And
the frustrating part.
You see your boy over there, and he's fired next week.
The frustrating part I got was J.J. Watt. When he commented after the game, and he was like, I don't understand why they booed. And everybody here, you remember the Titans? Yeah. When they were talking to Sunshine, he was like, you didn't want to know. Yeah, we tried to tell you.
That's the thing.
We've been telling you.
Remember the Titans is known because James references every fucking episode. But beyond that, as far as
it's not relevant in this situation.
Whatever. All right, look. Bottom line. The what the NFL tried to do as far as having is to lift every voice and sing, and the national anthem before the games and everything, as far as a symbolic thing and all this other stuff. Well, you had the Texans stayed in the locker room for both anthems. Then they came out and they did the whole lock arm thing, right? Mm-hmm. So I think when you're looking at it as a whole, the people that are booing in the stadium, Brian's right. I mean, they're just the same racist fucks you see anywhere else. I wouldn't necessarily say that they are symbolic of the entire Chiefs fan base.
Agreed, but still fuck them.
So the same stadium that still does the tomahawk chalk and everything. They're not necessarily the most woke of fan base. I say that as a Washington football team fan with one of the most unwoke goddamn fan bases in the country.
But the most rewoke franchise.
Agreed. But outside of all this stuff, what I really want to say is that I don't know if you guys saw what the Miami Dolphins did.
Yep.
And they released a video that were basically saying, like, look, for the entire season is basically what it sounds like, is that we're not coming out for either anthem. Mm-hmm. We're sick and tired of all these symbolic things that don't mean anything other than just these hollow symbols that people can say that they're doing something and they're not really. We're the owners. They in the video they're holding the owners responsible. It's like their glass pockets. I don't see any money that they promised is supposed to be going into the community. You have what the NBA players did, which is hold the owners and everybody's feet to the fire by saying we aren't going to play until we get X, Y, and Z. I don't know, as far as not showing up for this anthem, whether or not you can affect sort of change in that way, but at least I see somebody taking a stand and not falling for the bullshit of these symbolic empty gestures when we need actual change.
I think what it's going to do, and this is going to be very minor, in terms of fiscally is that you're going to have, dude, I've been, my burner Twitter account on Black Twitter, I have been just roasting white people who are like, oh, I wish they'd take politics out of sports. I come here to get away from, and this is
that's when it's unity politics.
It's the same thing with my dad. He's like, why are they bringing politics into sports? And the answer is, this is a powerful platform with which they have earned the right. They have earned the right. It's like at the Kentucky Derby last week, and I know this is kind of like a stretch. There was a black owner who owned one of the horses, him and his son, I believe. And he took the time to express that he supports Black Lives Matter. He supports the movement. And there was some chatter like, why is he bringing this in horse racing? And the whole thing is he's worked his whole life to be able to buy a horse and care for probably a multitude of horses, that one of them is now running in the Kentucky Derby. He has earned the right to use his platform for whatever he wants. If someone else wants that right, you work hard for it, and you get to a point where that you can use the Kentucky Derby for your platform. My point is the people who are objecting to this are such a small minority that they're going to go away, and the NFL is going to gain new fans that are for the movement. Like, why would you want the people who aren't? So I'm 100% for this. They're going to cut off the fat and gain more, I guess, meat, if you want to phrase it that way.
Look, I just got off the road from South Carolina. I was there all week, and I got into an argument on Wednesday.
Wait, you got into an argument? I'm shocked.
Right? So I got in an argument on Wednesday with somebody who was basically saying the exact same thing. We were talking about how the NFL was coming back, and I was excited to watch football, even though I'm still conflicted on whether or not I even want the sport back. Number one, because of COVID. Number two, because I actually think all these platforms should be used kind of in a different way than they are being used right now. I'm sick and tired of the hollow shit. But the guy I was talking to, he basically did the exact same thing that you're talking about, in the sense of I stopped watching NFL because there's politics in my sports. And here's what I need people to understand and realize. Me and James did an episode here for ASOS to realize and let you know that as long as sports has been a thing, there's been fucking protest. And you hear the exact same argument the entire fucking time. It's not that it's brand new in any sort of capacity. Look at Muhammad Ali. Look at Jesse Owens. Look at all the rest of the names you could possibly come up with that have used their platforms to fucking bring awareness to shit that matters. And you hear the exact same thing all the time. It's basically shut up and either throw the football, catch the football, or dribble a ball. And basically what it means is, Negro, I don't want to hear from you. You're making me uncomfortable. Shut the fuck up. I don't care about what it is you're doing. And that's what it is. They're trying to be polite about it in some sort of semblance of, oh, well, you know, sports are supposed to be unity. It's supposed to be bringing everybody together. That's what it is we do as far as sports. Fuck that. You have all these athletes and where they're from and their families and who they are, as far as majority of all these leagues being black men, telling you, we care about these things. And you watch them put their bodies on the line for pennies compared to what the owners are making. And you're telling them they don't even have the right to express themselves and what it is they care about. Anyone that has any sort of mind frame to tell anybody to shut up and dribble should shut the fuck up. Because whatever profession you're doing, I don't want to fucking hear your take on what the fuck sports is supposed to be.
And
shut
also,
the fuck up and jerk off those goddamn cocks in your mouth, because that's your fucking day job. I don't want to hear from you. I'd rather hear from people that actually want to make a fucking difference in this country instead of continuing the status quo bullshit.
And what I think the thing that annoys me the most is, and trust me, I understand that people pay to come into a stadium, or people are paying for their NFL network. Good on you. I'm glad you're supporting, you know, your team or the league or whatever. But to justify an individual and his actions because he wants to have his voice heard by, you're ruining my sport. It's not your sport. It's their sport. It's their career. I don't have somebody come into my courtroom and start chastising me because of the way, you know, I conduct myself, because I decide I want to represent so-and-so because I think it's the right thing to do. It's because that's my profession. And as I stand here, I have the right to express myself as however I want. They have the same right. They've been working since they were probably 5, unless you're Patrick Mahomes. And then you kind of figured it out at 17. But other than him, you have people who have been working towards this goal for 20 years. And now they're in the NFL. They've earned their right to express themselves on a huge platform however they want.
Yep.
What? I don't understand. Like, people who are complaining are working. I'm sorry, I'm generalizing it. They have family members who complain about wearing masks at Walmart. Like, that is the base of the people who are complaining. And you know what? The NFL, the NBA, the MLB, the National Hockey League, tennis, F1, go-karting, any sport you can think of, don't need you. We don't need you.
This country is nothing but a carried on experiment of cherry picking hypocrisy in the sense of making sure black people feel less than. You have the founding farmers, you have the founding fathers of this fucking country, that what they do is have all these documents talking about the equal rights of men unless you're a nigger. You have people that want to continue to talk about all these constitutional rights and how they continue to talk about freedom of speech and how they should be allowed to do this, that, and the other. Unless you're a Negro, they don't want to hear from you. You're not allowed to protest because we don't want to hear from you. You're not allowed to do anything because they get to choose and pick what it is they care about in the sense of just whatever it is that makes it so they don't have to care about us. Gun rights, any of it. Don't let the niggas have the same things that we have. It's
twofold, I think, at this point. And being the Jew of the group, I actually went and did a lot of deep digging. I didn't do a lot of work this past week, so I think it's twofold. One, I think a lot of white people or non-black people or white people and non-white people, especially in the middle here, we have black people. White people who are 30 and above, who aren't a part of the generation that actually reads things, they just watch the news. They don't realize that black people have been enslaved from the 1500s until basically 1950, when they were given constitutional rights. 1940. When they could actually vote. And in that time, white people prospered and black people were not allowed to. So black people started their first generation of like actual free voting people like 70 years ago. And the problem is they're like, well, the owners, they were children then. So what they grew up with was, well, their parents saying, well, these people, how are you letting them vote? Or their voice doesn't matter. And that has just progressed to that generation that now owns everything. And I think the issue is those people just have to die off for this to continue to progress. Because as long as they own the companies, they're going to continue to push the message that our employees cannot have a free voice, even though obviously it's in the Constitution, but you can get fired for it. And I think a lot of people are scared until now, when you see these people coming out, they're refusing to come out of the locker rooms, the show of unity. They don't care anymore because they know we are the product. We are the face of this NFL, NBA. It doesn't matter. And you can't stop us, because could you imagine them cutting Patrick Mahomes for saying something?
They can't do it.
They can't do it. They have all the power. He is the NFL right now. He's LeBron of the NFL.
Look, there's a certain level, and I know we need to move on to another topic.
Yep,
but
we sure do.
But this is very important to me.
I know.
There's a certain
off all week.
there's a certain level of what it is that these guys are doing as far as bringing awareness, like what Colin Kaepernick did. But at this point, what I'm saying is that I think we need to get to the next step, which is you saw a preview of what they did with the NBA. I'm kind of with the Miami Dolphins on this. I just want to see how far they take it. If I'm an athlete in the NFL, seeing the fans boo and seeing how it is that things are going on right now, I'm really considering not playing until certain actual things happen.
Are you kidding me? Tua Tagovailoa is probably the top. He's probably the second best quarterback coming out of the draft. If he says, and I think he's going to start because he's cleared. If he says, I'm not playing.
I think Fitz is starting the first.
Fitz has started.
Okay.
But look at the head coach for the Dolphins.
Brian Flores.
If they say, look, we're not going to play, I support that 100%. I'd support it if Ron Rivera told the entire team, hey, we're not going on the field. If that's what his players want, it's their field. It's not ours. It's not even Ron Rivera's field. He's not putting those people on the field. They are going out there on their own volition. That it's their job because they want to do it.
Yeah. So to wrap up, I want to go back to one of Kadeem's points when he said that the argument against what the players did on Thursday night was like sports is supposed to be about unity, right? Well, the fans there, they booed the unity.
Yeah,
right?
It showed up on the screen. It said show of unity.
But they booed on September 10th, the day before 9/11, right? And then on 9/11, you get like all these different messages showing how the country's together and all this other like bullshit for other people around the world to see and like, oh yeah, America's united. Like they just saw y'all last night.
Yeah.
Every 3 days in this country, more people die from COVID than they did on the entire day of 9/11. And we can't even get behind wearing masks for your fellow person. That's enough to show you how united we are.
Yeah. I mean, I did my 110 floors yesterday. I'm sore as fuck.
Well,
that shit sucks. Can't imagine.
Moving on to some other bullshit that happened this week.
Less racist bullshit, I hope. Racist bullshit. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Oh, are you talking about Skip Bayless?
Yeah, I'm talking about Skip. Like, so that came out. That came out, and he discussed how at the start of the pandemic, he started to feel a little depressed, like to the point where he couldn't work out and all this other shit. And then his brother committed suicide, right? And he came out and said that for whoever needed to hear it, like when someone like him says that, it gives other people hope because he's speaking from the other side. Like, yeah, like I've talked to my family, my friends, and I feel better now. But I'm not saying that like you may view me as like the strong like QB and like I'm an athlete and all this other shit, but I deal with shit like this too. I can get through it like you can get through it too.
I think
like you can look for me.
I think the most important part of what he said was that he was afraid to express it to people because he didn't want to seem weak.
That's not just like.
And here comes Skip Bayless with his take.
Yeah, but that's a lot of black men though.
Yeah, no, and that's men in general, but I think it's also it's also black men probably at a higher level because
like that's just how our community is.
Yeah.
After Dak had that statement, Skip Bayless was on his show, and what he did was he prefaced it by saying that he knew some people were going to hate him for being a little heartless for saying what he's saying. But basically, bottom line for him was that if you're going to be an NFL quarterback, you can't say that you can't have anxiety or depression. At least you can't admit it, because it makes you less of a leader. It makes you less of what it is that you need to be as far as the quarterback for America's team. If you give me a moment, I know I can get long-winded sometimes, but if there's one thing that means probably the most to me was mental health awareness. I've been no stranger admitting my pitfalls and my struggles as far as mental health.
I'm an alcoholic.
Well, so like I've suffered from anxiety ever since I was a little kid. I've had bouts of depression. I've almost committed suicide more than once. I've even, if we're talking about current struggles, 2 weeks ago I drank myself into a stupor, promising in my bedroom, and I promised myself that I would not do that. But you know, every once in a while you struggle. I'm talking to a therapist again, but where I was used to drive for Lyft, and I drove a lot in Baltimore. And one of the things that I always try to do, especially when I saw young black men in the car with me, was to talk to them about getting the help that they needed when it came to the struggles that they have up here. There's a large portion of this population that lives in these inner cities that I believe all have at least PTSD. You can't live seeing all the people, all your compatriots and people that are your age getting shot and killed, going to jail, doing all these things without it having an impact there on you. Beyond that, you just see what's happening even just with the economy, especially in a place like Baltimore. It weighs on people. And what you have is you guys kind of alluded to it, is that there's this stigma when it comes to there's a masculinity part of things. When it comes to being a man, you're supposed to be this macho tough guy, not complain, this John Wayne type badass that just soldiers on through anything. And you see how toxic that is, in the sense that they treat boys and men as they're not allowed to express themselves or to feel their actual feelings. And it's a hard place to be in. If you look at the suicide rates, especially among males in this country, and how high it's been going, you're talking about some of the toughest motherfuckers in this world are U.S. military. And you look at the numbers of suicide that goes within them, in their ranks, a lot of which because they feel from a masculine standpoint that they can't express, so they bottle it all up, and shit happens. You look even at Dak Prescott's fucking brother, 31 years old, his cause of death is suicide. I mean, and they're still telling people that you can't do this because of this macho bullshit. Now, the second part of it is the black men. We are looked upon as basically not having feelings, or at least they're not valid. If you want to take a look at the statistics as far as when it comes to medicine in the African-American community, and how even you have women or men, and how we get mistreated because doctors, for the most part, just think we're supposed to tough it through, or that we're complaining about something that isn't real, because they don't necessarily feel for us the same way they do for their own kind. I think deaths during childbirth for African-American women is an insane number compared to any other race in this country.
Really?
It's stacked. I think it's 7 times more likely to die in childbirth if you're an African-American woman. It's not because of anything genetic. It's because of the care that they get. Mm-hmm. So when you were saying, when we prefaced this entire thing by whether or not it was a racial thing.
You wonder why we're scared to go to the hospital.
You wonder why, in a sense of, and I'm going to put it out there like this. I don't hate Skip Bayless. I think he can have some very problematic views, but I do think this also speaks to an inherent bias. If Dak Prescott was a lily white man, I don't think Skip Bayless says what he says.
No, for sure not.
Because the stigma or the aura of what black men are supposed to be is someone that's not allowed to express themselves, as we can see when they boo, as we talk about with the Chief stuff and what it is when it comes to the Black Lives Matters aspect. Just shut up. We don't care. Bottle your feelings and deal with it. It runs across the gamut with everything. And I have zero patience for anybody that stigmatizes people from getting the help that they need. Because it's hard, man. It's really, really, really hard. And especially right now when you got the pandemic, you got the economy the way it is, 30 million people unemployed, and you're still telling people they're not allowed to feel because of the profession, because of anything else, it's fucking bullshit. And it still speaks to that old-ass macho fucking horse shit that the NFL always says, which is why you had concussion issues and CTE and everything else, because you're supposed to just tough it out.
All right, story time.
Story time. Just before story time, I got 2 things. One, if Junior Seau wasn't a lesson, like there have been multiple people in the NFL from CTE, but also as a result of CTE, it was depression, it was suicidal tendencies, it was violent tendencies. They're dead. Like some of NFL's heroes are dead because of depression, and they're not all black.
I thought about committing in February, and I also did after my senior year in high school. I was like a reserve on our varsity football team, right? The starter, I was a tight end, so the starter tore his ACL, so he's out for the year. And I was next up, so I was going to start. And we won states that year. I didn't play because my parents were like, either you play, but like you get your grades up. Like if you don't get your grades up, you can't play. My grades weren't there, so I couldn't play.
Oh.
No, like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I ended up getting to Maryland, and I'm here now, right? But yeah, I was really fucked up at that point in time.
I mean,
I never said to anybody. In Feb,
I've had quite a few times where even, and this is just me being me, almost ruined my life and things that I worked towards. I had a charge come up when I was in law school, my last 2 months of law school, where had I been convicted of that charge, which I had done 7 years prior, would have precluded me from becoming a lawyer. I got my DUI in 2011, and it derailed basically my college career for 2 years. And I wouldn't say that I'm ever suicidal, but you guys know my tendencies to ingest things are probably at unhealthy levels, and often. Although I cut back on my drinking. Although I gained some weight when I cut back on my drinking, so I don't know if that has something to do with it.
Ryan,
I don't know if I like that.
Are you drunk right now?
No, not yet. This is my second one today.
Get in there. Got it.
I will get there. But I didn't drink it all this week, so like until yesterday. So I've been keeping the weekdays off, which is good. But that's only because when I go into, I don't want to go into work hungover because I'm not doing my best job. But here's my issue with Skip Bayless, if we're going back to the original topic. Also, you guys, any of the people that fucking follow us or watch this shit, if you comment on this video, or I'll put my phone number up, I don't care. If you want to call, I'll answer your phone number because I get weird fucking calls all the time from clients. I'll answer. If you want to talk, doesn't matter where you are in the country, please do that. But I think the issue with Skip Bayless, and I think this is true across the board, is Skip probably has some of his own issues. And the easiest thing to do is deflect and say that, well, that person over there, regardless of color, why is he doing that? Just because he himself can't. And that's
it's been open. Skip suffers from depression.
Yeah. Oh, it's open? Well, then he's a coward. I know I drink too much, but I don't drink. I got one DUI in 2011, never drank and drive. I've never been drunk and driven since. So like, I realize that that's a bad thing because I can hurt other people. I have checked my drinking on a number of occasions because I'm self-aware. But what if I couldn't and I felt like I had nowhere to turn? That's how you die. That's how the guy from what's that vampire show on HBO? That was on HBO? True Blood. The gay guy who was the cook.
I forget his
also
name.
Black. Unfortunately, he could not control his drinking, and he couldn't tell anybody. One, he was gay, which at the time, I guess when he was younger, was not acceptable. And two, he had a drug and alcohol problem. He ended up drinking himself to death. Like, that's – nobody should get to that point. There's places you can go. There's places you can call. But if somebody on ESPN or Fox Sports. Fuck you, by the way. You have Whitlock too.
Not anymore.
Is he on Was this on ESPN or was this on?
It's on Fox, but Whitlock's an outkick now.
Oh, good. Oh, he got kicked out. Nailed it. If you have someone like Skip Bayless, who like a lot of people respect as a person on sports news, you can't say that kind of stuff because all it does is it's not the adults really. You're putting a 12-year-old kid who in 5 years may have an addiction, or a 17-year-old who's a football player and he's the quarterback for his high school in Texas. And now 5 years from now, he remembers what Skip says. And now he doesn't feel comfortable telling his team, I'm struggling. And that's the real problem. It's not for Dak. Like, I feel bad for Dak.
Well, hold on. Before we get into any more of the hypothetical aspect, I think you might have accidentally, I just want to make sure that I'm doing this right. You might have accidentally cut off James.
Oh, I'm sorry, James. Did I?
It's all good.
I think it's important the same way that like when I was Lyft driving, I would tell my story or how I'm so open with like sticking a gun in my mouth, all this stuff. I think you were about to say about something in February. I don't want to put any pressure on you.
Oh, February of this year?
Yeah, it's all good.
No,
I worked through it.
No, I want to hear it. Come on, man.
No, here's the thing: is that at the end of the day, I think that what we have to understand is that you have a choice in this. I don't want, and that's I don't want to put any pressure on you, James. But it's just one of those things where,
it was out. Well, this topic came up, and I was happy for Dak. Because it gave like people like us a voice, right? You're an athlete. Like you're supposed to be all the time, 100% on all the time. Like I dislocate a finger, like, nah, put that shit in the splint, get back in there. Like all the shit you can see that you can get treated for, they fix it, you go back. There's shit up here, like they can't see it. Like, especially if you hide it. And as being a black man in America, I'm good at hiding shit. Like, I'm fucking paranoid every day when I go outside. Just because. Like, they say when, like, sometimes when women walk, like, you walk down the street and women see you, like, they switch to the other side or some shit. I do that shit. Because I'm scared of y'all. Like, I've grown up listening to the stories of, like, Emmett Till. Like, that could have been me. That could be my son. Like, whenever, or, like, it could be anybody that I know or whatever. People still getting lynched.
It's PTSD, dude.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, and Shannon said this, Skip, you can't say that this is what you would do in this situation because you're not there. You don't know all the factors. You don't feel everything. It's different. It's all different. You just have to have compassion.
I
think that's my issue. Well, that it seems like a lack of compassion and a lack of empathy. Like, I don't ever understand why people are like, well, that's your situation, but if I was in that position, because you're not in that position. Like, I will never understand a lot of things, and I fully understand that I won't understand it. But if I can't, I'm empathetic to the person who is experiencing them. Like, I don't. it's weird to me that a lot of people put other people in their shoes.
Yeah.
Because these are not my shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm glad you told us, James. And you can always call either of us or any of us, or you can FaceTime us, or you can write us a letter and I'll get it in the mail and I'll write you one back.
Yeah.
Sounds lame as shit.
It makes me angry because obviously you guys know, people who ever watch, they know I'm open about my issues.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm open about my issues, I'm able to, like, my father knows, which is great. And he can be like, hey, maybe not a fourth today. And I'll be like, thank you. Well, but if you're not open about them, then people aren't looking for it. And because Dak came out about it, now, I mean, I'm assuming his family knew, but now his coaches know. And now
his family may not have known.
And now the players around him know. So if they see something wrong or they see something a little off, it's no longer, oh, maybe it's because he had a bad game, which I hope he has 16 of. No. It's no longer that. It's hey, maybe something's seriously wrong, and they'll reach out. If nobody knows and you don't have the platform to say, hey, I got an issue, then nobody's going to help because you're obviously not helping yourself.
Yeah, so but you always hear like, check on your strong friends.
I drew this for Skip. That's a very terrible hand.
Can't see it.
It says fuck you, Skip.
Those nails are terrible.
Yeah, I'm a musical artist, man.
It's like a dick mountain. To put an end to this particular topic, I just wanted
white. No, anyway.
So I would say that James, thank you. Ryan, thank you. It's important to get your story out, but it's important to have empathy, like everybody was saying. I think that probably what the hardest part about what Skip did was that when he said this was on September 10th, which is World Suicide Prevention Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I will say that if you're feeling low, if you're feeling down and out, if you're feeling as though you're just tired and you don't want to continue, do not feel ashamed. A lot of us have these thoughts. Right now, you can go on Google. If you type in suicide, you type in anything, there's hotline numbers. Reach out to a friend. Just let somebody know. Get it out. Yeah. Get it out. And if you're on the receiving end of that and you get somebody that gets to a point, and it's hard, as you saw with James, it's hard to talk about. And the last thing you want to do is if somebody trusts you enough to let that out, to criticize, to chastise, or to disregard their struggle is absolutely ridiculous. It's heartless, and it's not something we can do if we want to make any significant changes in the realm of mental health or suicide prevention or anything to try to just help your fellow man out with their struggles that we all go through.
I will say this, though, because when in my youth, I was guilty of this. If somebody calls you that you think has a problem or has something going on, don't worry about your immediate reaction. Just answer the phone or go meet them for lunch. Because I feel like a lot of the time people reach out and then you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to deal with this. The problem with that is they're dealing with something that is way more significant than your inconvenience for having to listen to a friend cry or a friend be upset or a friend going through something. I get that. And I had, in my youth, I was negligent. Last 5 years, I feel like I had realized that. But yeah, I don't want to say don't be ignorant, but don't be dismissive because you don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's an important thing to say because I see it happen a lot. I actually had a buddy in LA who I went to law school with who he was kind of a piece of shit, but he's a fun guy. He just did a lot of stupid things, and he ended up overdosing. So it's one of those things where you really gotta be aware of your friends and your family. And if somebody reaches out to you, especially if they haven't reached out to you in a long time, you should listen, because the alternative is bad.
Yeah. To close up, I want to say like one or two more things. Number one, Skip, that response to all the backlash you got was bullshit.
Oh,
it was not one apology.
Weakest apology I've ever seen.
Yeah, like
I was more upset about the apology than I was about the
It wasn't an apology. It wasn't one. Like, and yeah, that was just heartless and stupid.
And here's the thing. Obviously, it affected you. It has affected probably 20, 30 million people in the United States.
Right. Now,
like, he thinks he's talking about Dak, but he's not.
Yeah. Like, everybody, like, if you hear something, you internalize it to yourself. Just yes. Like, automatically. So, that goes to my last point. Dak, I appreciate you, like, speaking on it, because you save lives, like, with that talk. You may not know it, but you did. Because as you hear, like we heard about Kevin Love talk about his struggles, right? Kevin Love doesn't like me. I'm 100% sure we don't go through the same shit. Like, but then, like, you got Dak Prescott, like a black football player. Like, then you can sympathize more, because you, like, y'all look alike. You, like, okay, I can see more, like, I can feel what you're saying more because I understand more.
Right.
That doesn't mean that when Kevin Love said what he said, that I wasn't as empathetic, because I was.
Dude, and ESPN and Fox were all over that with how brave he is and et cetera, and that shit is just bullshit. Everybody who is dealing with some sort of depression, one, needs help, and two, needs their voice heard. That is 100%. There's nothing more comforting if you have something on your chest or have something that's really bothering you, especially if you have, depression, suicidal tendencies, etc., than getting it off your chest to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
and hearing someone that looks
cares.
Like you, like, say the same thing.
Exactly.
Because you're not alone.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Being the Jew of the group, you guys, obviously, I don't really see skin color that much. I know you guys are black because I'm not that colorblind. But to me, it's like, what? And this is hard for me to understand, is, to me, Kevin Love and Dak Prescott's issues are the same. And I would never look at them differently. And it's really tough for me to see somebody who doesn't have that same mentality. And I get that's human nature. But good Lord, man.
Just have empathy and sympathy for somebody.
Especially, I didn't know it was Suicide Prevention Day. And also, for all you fucking assholes who are like, oh, why take this out of the sport? He did it on a fucking separate interview. Like, This was fully away from Dallas. So, fuck you guys. I was on my burner Twitter just roasting people. Anyway.
Respect. So, today's Saturday, and tomorrow, football is back, really, because fuck the Chiefs and fuck the Texans. I don't care.
Yo,
Football's
that was
tomorrow.
I know the score wasn't good in that game, but let me tell you, that was a good fucking game.
I hate the Chiefs, so it's whatever.
No, I didn't want them to win. I love most of the Chiefs. Like, they're remember, I think it was like a month ago, and I wanted to bring this up. Remember, we were like, the Chiefs line isn't great.
They got Kalechi.
And then
I'm so pissed.
Hilaire
Yeah.
is hilariously fucking good. But I was like, I watched some clips from him in college.
Yeah, he's good.
You know why he's good? Because the holes in the defensive line are the size of a Buick. He had holes to run in and blocks ahead of him I haven't seen in decades. He was the
And on the record, I defended the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line.
You did.
But do you remember?
He had over 150 yards.
Yeah.
And he's not big or fast. And I thought he died when he got hit by J.J. Watt.
But you remember? Do you guys remember the discussion we had in regards to Kelechi Osemele?
Yes.
Right? With his beef with the Raiders when we traded him to the Jets.
Always got to go back to the Raiders.
No. Then he had the beef with the Jets in regards to that into that surgery they wanted him to have.
Surgery, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't be a Jets fan.
Now he's with the fucking Chiefs. And he hates John Gruden and John Gruden's brother.
And he had a whale of a game.
He was great, and I was so sad.
Yo, hey, look.
I would rather him be on the Washington football team.
Dude, the Whift would welcome him gladly. But
Kansas City's winning out of the Super Bowl. That's all I know.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
I hope not.
And no, here's the thing.
I'd rather y'all win than
with what I saw.
Yeah, all the shit talk you give me, I don't care.
With what I saw on Thursday, I think the Chiefs with Mahomes, and the thing is, you can draft another Kelsey, but sub Kelsey because Kelsey's a fucking monster.
They already signed Kelsey though.
No, but they can draft another one in 3 years out of what is it? Iowa State that always pumps out like top two tight ends. They can draft another Kelsey. They are going to win. They are the next Patriots. I don't think there's any other way to say it. No. Yes, they are. And I'll tell you why. Andy Reid has been a better coach or an equally good coach. I'll go with equally good because I don't want the blowback. As Eddie Coach has come to the Patriots, and he's got a good secondary coaching. He's got good secondary coaching, and I think that they can win 5 out of the next 10.
No.
Why is that?
Number one, Brady always took less money.
Wait, but Brady took less. Here's the thing. Brady took less money so that they could bring other people in.
Yeah.
They already have the parts in place.
Hold on.
I know you're going to get to the coach part. Wait.
Did you literally just say that Andy Reid was as good as any Patriots coach?
Yeah, he's been to Super Bowls with fucking terrible quarterbacks.
How many Super Bowls does he win?
1. Now.
Yeah, you almost said 0 because that's just the natural inclination. I want to say Andy Reid won 0 fucking Super Bowls. Look, I give Andy Reid credit, but don't you dare, under any circumstances, compare the man to Bill Belichick.
But here's the thing.
At all.
I think
I was gonna let him get that off for now.
Dude, his Eagles team, he didn't even get to draft most of them. He went into Kansas City and built his own team. He went to the Super Bowl with the Eagles, and that was not a good team.
He did not have roster control in Philadelphia?
Not when he went to the Super Bowl. He did afterwards. He was only there for like 2 or 3 years.
You know what? Buffalo Bill fan, take that fucking L. Just sit there and fucking watch writing shit and just stop.
Also,
just stop.
How long was Andy Reid in Philly? I thought he was there for a minute.
10 years, 11 years.
So what are you talking about 2 years?
No, I'm saying his Super Bowl team, he didn't get to build. And then he got another team, and then it was just –
he had roster control for a minute. He went to 4 NFC Championship games in a row. Hell of a feat. But he didn't win 6 fucking Super Bowls, all right? It doesn't – not to mention what team whooped their asses in the Super Bowl. What I'm
saying is –
Buffalo build them like see through right now.
What I'm saying is – He has built a team now. And also that was 10 years ago. He's got 10 years of experience under his belt.
You're trying to say Patrick Mahomes might be the greatest fucking football player in the history of the world.
And so is Tom Brady.
Because you're so
No, he
frustrated.
has his
It's
Tom
hilarious.
Brady.
That
He
makes
has
goddamn
his
sense.
Tom Brady now.
Then let him win 6 Super Bowls and then we can compare.
That's what I'm saying. Look back at this.
Sound
All
like
I'm saying is
Stephen A.
he is that good of a coach. He just hasn't had the player. Now he has the players, and we will see how good of a coach.
God damn it! Shut up, Skip. No, I'm sorry.
Also, I want to start a GoFundMe for windshield wipers, for his fucking mask, so that he can see the place that he's fucking calling.
Yeah. Nah, isn't Bellamy calling the plays anyway?
Dude, it doesn't matter. He was staring at
the
that.
enemy. The enemy. Thank you.
I have a picture of him looking at it.
He should have been.
He should have been a head coach.
He couldn't see shit.
Yeah.
Wait, speaking of head coaches, there was something important I wanted to say. Oh, never mind. We're probably going to get to it.
Actually, probably not.
It's just
go ahead.
No, this is not a coaching position. This is the contract updates.
Oh, with the running backs? The running backs are getting paid. Kamara and Dalvin Cook they both got deals. And then Cooper Kupp got a deal. Like, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck the Rams are getting this money from. Like, they paid Jalen Ramsey and Cooper Kupp. Like, where are they getting this money from? I thought they were up against the cap.
Yeah, but it's the same thing that the Washington football team used to do, which is if you know what you need to do with signing bonuses and you know how it is that you need to structure contracts and you know how it is to restructure contracts, salary cap really doesn't even exist. Which is why you
get money up front.
Which is what, depending. It just depends on the player. But it's the same reason you have a Washington football team or the team, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They could pay Adam Archuleta the biggest contract in the history of the NFL for a safety. And again, Albert, I'm going to stomp on your head, Hainsworth. Let me lay down on the ground instead of tackling Donovan McNabb, the fattest contract in the history of defense.
All right, I have a question then. So if you're paying all this money up front, right, why was he, Kroenke, requesting funds to finish the stadium?
Because he could.
Oh, all right, that's bitch made. And then he didn't pay Todd Gurley or Clay Matthews, right?
Because he could.
Nah, there's still it's a legal fight for that because he's bitch made. And then
Todd Gurley's a running back. I understand.
Here's the thing: he put all of his money this year into whom?
Jalen Ramsey.
Arsenal.
Oh, y'all actually spent this time.
Spent.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, last year you were mad that y'all weren't spending, and then he was spending on the Rams. This year, all right. So every other year.
Yeah, I think he's just. I mean, he's only what's he worth? Like $10 billion.
Yeah.
He's only got so much money. He doesn't think the Rams are going to win this year. Arsenal just came off 3 wins.
So why pay Jalen Ramsey $100 million?
Well, there's a misconception I wanted to clear up from what it is that you were saying. You were saying as far as like why he would ask for money as far as the stadium and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, across the league, with the way that the salary cap itself works, every organization has enough play around money where they could get to the salary cap and not really make a dent as far as the income that the team itself makes. You have certain organizations like Arizona and like Tampa Bay who habitually didn't want to pay the money because they were reaping the benefits of having an NFL team. But you can even see that they've kind of changed their position on that going forward. The amount of money, the amount of revenue that comes in, unless you're the Raiders, you have enough cash to make anything happen.
Nah, he requested like a loan.
Well,
on the stadium.
That's what. Other than the Raiders,
that's
you can
smart.
afford things.
No,
like I mean, one would say that if the Raiders did have money, Mark Davis would hire a barber.
Here's the thing. Well, and I want to point out.
Mark Davis, like
I want to point out.
I think we are the poorest team.
It's Mark Davis's hair.
It doesn't show up on the thing.
Oh, I have it. Oh, it doesn't show up on yours? Well, his name is Mark Davis.
No, it doesn't show up on the recording.
Here's the thing. So right now interest rates are at like record lows. So if you want money, take it out of equity. Like Mark Davis is doing a very smart thing. Like if you need to pay for something, why not pay 0.1 or 0.2% on an asset you already have? Like
that makes sense, but that's not why they did it. They did it because they don't have money.
Well, also they realized they just built $1 billion stadium, or however the much that fucking.
That they can't put fans in because of COVID.
Yeah,
All right, hold on.
Although, wait,
hold on. No, Ryan, I need to say this to Kadeem. He needs to hear this.
I have a friend.
No, Ryan, hold on. Ryan, hold on. He needs to hear this. No. Kadeem, the Raiders, right? Are you trying to tell me that they do not have someone in that building smarter than you? That's the feeling I get.
The feeling that no, I'm not saying anything as far as I'm a
smartest. No, I feel like it feels like you're saying that like the owner team.
Are you saying that Kadeem would not be a better owner than Mark Davis?
No, he wouldn't.
With the same amount of money.
Whoa.
No, he can say have the same amount of money, but he doesn't have any experience in regards to anything in regards to that.
Neither does Mark Davis.
Mark Davis grew up around it because his father was Al Davis.
That man knows more about football than I could probably ever learn.
No, he does know a shit ton about football, but he doesn't know more than Al Davis taught Mark Davis.
I don't know if Al Davis could speak while Mark Davis was growing up.
All right, hold on. Let's
You're such a dickhead. All right, look, Kadeem, I'm letting it go. I don't know. Fuck it.
Here's what I want to say.
Hold on.
I don't know.
You're gonna tell me I shouldn't respond to what you just said.
You asked him a question and you won't let him respond to the question.
No, because fuck it, it doesn't matter.
I want to hear the answer. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
You're telling me helmet head motherfucker who ain't got the cash to make anything happen, and what he did was punted and basically said, "John Gruden, save me." That's all he did. I don't need to be a fucking rocket scientist to know to hire the guy and give him full reign because my helmet hair having ass don't know what the fuck to do.
Oh, that's probably because
prove me wrong.
He used the sponge.
What else does the owner do?
How many coaches has Mark Davis hired?
What else does the owner do? How many coaches? Answer my question first. My question first. What does the owner do?
Owns the team.
What do they do? What do they do?
Sign checks.
That it?
Yes.
Okay, that's how I know. All right, that's my answer. Cool.
Hey, wait.
Right, that's my answer.
I think Mark Davis uses his comb upside down.
Well, he just rehired Marcel Reese to be like
Mark Davis puts on his safety helmet. They cut around the bitch while he runs around in his short school bus. That's what the fuck happens.
Yeah.
All right.
You can say all the shit you want. You can say all the shit you want.
And you're going to tell me that an owner does more than cut checks? It depends on the owner. Number one, if you have a team president, if you have a GM, if you have scouts, if you have X, Y, and Z, the same reason we're saying Dan Snyder needs to not do a goddamn thing with the team is the same reason Mark Davis is taking out loans for a stadium that he can't fill because there's a coronavirus and they're fucking – oh, then you want to know how smart the man is. He gives a speech and calls the goddamn stadium the Death Star, not realizing it gets blown up in 3 fucking movies. You fucking idiot.
Our team isn't racist.
Yeah, and also he did.
We got a black team president.
Oh, yeah, in 2020. The fuck you do before that?
He didn't make
What'd you do before that?
He didn't make a movie with.
Hold on, Ryan. What'd you do before that? No, why does Ryan support a different team now?
Because we were losers.
No. Go
ahead, Ryan.
No. I was just saying, at least. I mean, I'm not sure that.
It's fucking true. Deal with it.
I'm not sure that.
I've got more record here on this podcast for how long about
I'm not
how
sure
racist
Mark
the team
Davis.
is.
I'm not sure Mark Davis is smart enough to do this, but the Washington football team owner did make a video for which he's in hot water now. So that's you know what the Bills have. You know what the Bills have? Jake Fromm.
Yeah.
Questionably racist.
Congrats for that.
Although if you do read the rest of the text, it looks less bad, but not great.
I don't even really care. Like
Mark Davis is stupid.
I do because
so is the team logo.
I have the Bills?
No, I'm talking to Kadeem.
Oh.
He said Mark Davis.
He said the Raiders.
He said Mark Davis's hair is stupid. And I said, so is your team logo.
No, the Washington football team logo is dope, and I don't want to hear anything.
What is their logo?
Nothing.
Okay.
Because
it says football team. Whereas the Raiders logo has a helmet that Mark Davis is using with kid scissors to cut around and make sure he's lying.
Oh, yeah, that's Mark Davis's fucking hair scissors.
Look, he's even got the chin strap to make sure he doesn't break into things and his helmet falls off.
Yeah, the helmet part is
that was a good one, but it's still better than your logo.
They're not to mention the two
Dude.
crosses on
Our
there.
colors are better than
To make
yours.
sure he fucking walks.
Our logo is better than yours.
I will have to
So
say,
our history is better than yours. So
I will
fuck
have-
you.
We ain't got to move from city to city because we ain't because we don't get enough support. Because we don't get enough support.
We're not racist. We're on the right side of history.
How many cities have the Raiders been in?
Who's on the right side of history?
How many cities have the Raiders been in?
Who's on the right
How
side of
many cities
history?
have the Raiders have been in?
Who's on the right side of history?
I don't know. You guys aren't on the great side of history necessarily with all the complaining you guys do and all the referees and everything else that absolutely know that you're an evil, stupid fucking franchise and all you guys do is complain about shit. And Al Davis's tails from the Crip having had ass and his son Helmet Head having ass. Here's what you guys realize. You want to watch what I do with the editing. Both of them.
I know.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I didn't mute you.
That was James.
How? I can't mute him. Can I mute you, Kadeem?
Yeah, James is going to have Mark Davis's head the entire fucking podcast.
Okay, that's
Suck
fine.
my dick.
Yeah, do that on the part where I discuss some serious shit.
Wait, but here's the thing.
That'd be hilarious.
Wait, can I mute you though? I can't mute him. That was you, clearly.
Of course
I
it was
can't.
Ryan. It shows me who fucking muted me.
Oh, I didn't know that. Can you do that for me too?
You were muted by the host.
Oh shit.
Hold on. Unmute.
All
There you are. All right.
All right, I see it now.
Next
That's
topic.
funny. You never muted me before. That was funny.
Are we done?
No. So
I have something I also have to talk about before the end, but I will wait till my
fuck.
final thoughts. Yeah.
Where we at?
no. Oh shit. Yeah. We were supposed to go over our reviews of the game.
Let's go through football. Hold on, let me pull it up because I have notes.
All right, cool. Because I kind of want to do like bets for this.
Oh, dude, the Orioles are so bad. Anyway, continue.
Are we just going to pick them?
Yeah,
Sure, pick 'em.
Right,
I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write it down.
I'll write it down.
What are we betting? I have it all here.
No, I'm saying at the end, are we doing it full season?
No,
just week by
this
week.
Yeah.
$1 a game?
It's up to y'all.
I mean, $1 a game. The worst we can lose is $12.
Well, it's whatever.
It'll probably be $1 going
So
one way or the other.
whoever has the better record gets something? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
yeah.
just do that.
$5?
Cool.
Blow job.
Cool.
No.
Why not?
Okay.
All right. $5. Are you cool with $5?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
All right. You cool with $5?
Yeah.
All right.
In Baltimore, I can pay for a blowjob.
All right. Seahawks versus Falcons. Who you got?
Seahawks.
All right.
Same.
Okay. Me too. Jets Bills. What you got?
Bills.
Same.
Jets.
Okay. Bears Lions. Who you got?
Bears.
Lions.
Okay. Same. I got the Lions. All right. Packers Vikings. Who you got?
I'll go
I went first last time. Good.
Yeah, Vikings.
All right. I got the Packers. So
I'm going with the Packers.
all right. Dolphins Patriots. I got the Patriots.
Go Pats.
All right. Ryan.
I will take the Dolphins in that game.
Okay. Eagles Skins. Who you got?
I don't know any team named the Skins.
Oh, Eagles Washington football team.
It's this
The Washington
motherfucker.
football team. Thank you very much.
Okay. Ryan, who you got?
I'll take the Wift.
Okay. I got the Eagles.
It's probably a solid bet.
Raiders, Panthers.
Panthers.
All right. Fair enough. Who you got, Ryan?
Raiders.
All right. I'm worried about that game.
I'm joking. Raiders. Sorry. I'm joking.
Now, I'm actually a little concerned because if you think about it, like
Hey, we
they
talk about
have no,
shit.
there's no tape.
No,
There's
you know what?
tape.
Keep it Panthers. Keep Panthers.
All right. There's no tape on that team. There's
Yes.
no tape at
Yeah,
all.
you know why?
It's nuts.
Because they're garbage.
No, because
They don't even have
the coach
Will
came from
Grier.
College.
Where's Will Grier? Isn't he in Washington?
Yeah, but they have Teddy Bridgewater,
Yeah.
who
Teddy
went 5-0 last year.
Teddy
That's what,
Bridgewater.
give me Bridgewater and McCaffrey to fuck y'all up.
Oh, McCaffrey might have 250 yards. McCaffrey
Nah.
might
We got Corey Littleton now.
McCaffrey might be the best running back of all time by the end of his career.
The fuck? No. Fuck.
He already has. I'm pretty sure.
You got the Raiders, right? Or you got the Panthers?
I have the Raiders.
Panthers.
Okay.
Panthers.
I'm pretty sure, and I will look this up and come back next week with the statistics. Pretty sure he has the most total yards of any running back through the first however many years of his career that anybody's ever had.
So.
So here's how that's significant. That would make him the best if he continues that. It would make him the best running back of all time. That's all I'm saying.
No, it wouldn't. So right now, are you saying Emmitt Smith is the best running back ever?
I mean,
he has the most yards, right? He has the most rushing yards, right?
But I'm saying rushing yards, catching yards, and touchdowns. Best in my opinion.
That don't make you better. All right, not
in my opinion, it does.
Okay.
If you're
difference of opinions.
No, if you're the most prolific running back of all time in terms, I understand they didn't used to catch that much back in the day, but the game has evolved. So if you have the most catching, rushing, and touchdowns of any player ever at your position, you're the best.
They force feed you the ball every time.
I'm sorry. They didn't force feed Emmitt Smith the goddamn ball. He ran
and
like
Michael Irvin out there.
He ran like 45 fucking times a game. Come on.
All right, we'll move on. Colts, Jaguars. Who you got?
Is this a serious question?
Colts.
I will even put this on there. Colts by 10.
Okay. Browns, Ravens.
Wait, who'd you have? K-Dot.
You said the Colts.
Colts.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Browns whom?
Oh, wait, so you said by 10?
No, don't put that. But
okay.
just mark it. Just mark it so I can be right next week.
Okay. By 10. All right. So Browns, Ravens.
That one's
Ravens.
tough. The Ravens defense is good. I'm going Ravens as well.
Lamar Jackson.
I'm going Browns. Like off the.
I should show you my Josh Jacobs rookie collection.
Oh, I'd love to see that for real. All right. The 4:00 games. The Chargers versus Bengals.
Chargers.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Bengals.
Okay. I took the Chargers. The Bucks Saints.
Saints.
Bucks.
Okay. I took the Saints. Cardinals 49ers.
Niners.
That one's tough.
No, it's not.
No, but can they contain Kyler from rushing out of the pocket? I'm going to take the Niners too.
Okay. Now the 8:20 game, the Sunday night game, Cowboys Rams.
Cow pukes.
Okay.
Cooper Kupp just got a lot of money. He's going to go out for 150. I'll take the Rams. Wait, where are they playing?
At Rams.
I'll take the Rams.
Okay. Good luck. I took the Cowboys. Monday is 2 games. So Steelers, Giants.
Steelers.
Okay.
I'll take Giants.
Okay. And then Titans, Broncos.
Titans.
I will take Titans plus 7.5.
All right. So.
Or minus 7.5, rather.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. This will be interesting.
Oh, it's okay.
There's somewhere we're lone wolves. I like it.
My list is garbage because I got really into talking about some of these topics.
I know. You wouldn't stop talking about some of the topics.
I mean,
I'm joking, man.
I have to.
I just saw the look on your face.
I'm a Jew. If I feel passionate about something, you're going to fucking hear about it.
What list did you have?
I write down. I'm doing the time.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But here's my list right now. Chiefs booing, Dak racism, blank.
Dak racism?
It'll be an easy thing to do because I think we only got through 3 topics.
Yeah, we only have a couple of topics.
Are we final thoughting it?
Yeah,
yep.
Can I go first?
Of course. Floor is yours.
All right. So, as Arsenal ended the last season, beating the 3 biggest teams, they came in and they played a championship side, but they won handedly.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, the NHL playoffs this year, out of all of the bubble finals, which I guess is just that in the NBA, has been the most watchable shit I have ever seen. I don't notice the fans aren't there because the players are playing so hard, and I'm not used to, they still have the goal thing going when they score. It has been the best television. Bad hits, great last-minute goals. So watch it. Root for the fucking Islanders because they have the coach that the Caps should still have. Also, wear your mask. Stay inside when you don't need to go out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't cough on people. But still, fuck bitches get money. Fair. I think that's fair.
I like that term.
Oh, wait, bitches?
Yeah.
Fucking powered females get money.
So you're saying it's synonymous with the same? Never mind.
No, I'm saying that would be the category of
why are
women.
you trying to cancel him yourself?
You can't cancel me.
You want to
so many offensive things.
You want to tell a Roman carpentry joke right now? Fuck you. So outside of this,
will you please clip that and send it to me because it's a good one. I can
do that. I
want to remember it.
All right,
I have a really good Roman carpentry joke.
No.
All right.
No.
I'm surprised we didn't talk about the NBA, but the Heat are going to win the championship. But outside of that, what I really want to talk about, my final thought is right before the podcast hit, James, I think, posted that Giannis has unfollowed a bunch of his teammates. There is no worse utilized player in the NBA, in my opinion, than Giannis.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Chris Paul.
Look, Giannis, they've broken the man, okay? The position that he plays and what it is they ask him to do, he's going to waste away in Milwaukee if he stays around.
He's not staying.
Which he's most likely not going to stay.
He is. I think here's what I –
Hey, stop stepping on my final thought. I'm not done, all right? Now, what they need to do with Giannis is have him actually play center, which makes the most goddamn sense for his fucking body and for what it is he could do. And yet, they ask the man to keep jumping out and shooting fucking threes and getting fouls, and he can't shoot a goddamn foul. He can't shoot free throws to save his goddamn life. It'll make no fucking sense. He needs to be a center, and they need to get the squad behind him. He's not going to win anything as long as he plays the way he plays. And it might be that they broke him, which would be one of the saddest fucking things because of how much of a freak he is.
He should play the 4.
All right. So here's my opinion.
Just like Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons should play the 4 too.
Also, look how shitty the Sixers are. Anyway, so here's what needs to happen. Here's what needs to happen. I don't think he should play center, and the reason being is he's too mobile.
He's too small.
No, he's not too small. That dude literally jumps out the gym.
I'm not talking about height. I'm talking about weight. He's a fucking twig compared to the centers.
If I pulled up a picture of him and he's super jacked, I'm gonna be pissed. But I'm not gonna. I will accept your argument. I will accept your argument.
He can be skinny, strong. Like he can be jacked, but he's light in the ass, as they used to say in PG County for football.
So here's the thing. He can shoot the 3 ball. He shouldn't be the only. He can shoot an outside ball better than most people his size. Also, because he's a
what?
What do you think the pound difference is between Anthony Davis and Giannis?
I think Anthony Davis is 20 pounds lighter than Giannis.
That would be amazing if that's the truth.
Am I right?
What is Anthony Davis is how many pounds what?
20 pounds lighter
than Giannis?
Is he lighter than Giannis?
No.
All right, that's what I was like.
It's a 10-pound difference. Yeah. To anybody thinking Giannis is too small to play center,
I stand corrected.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Giannis is
and
jacked.
With his speed and what he can do,
he should be pick and rolling.
It makes no sense.
I'd rather him play the 4. Like, doesn't he play the 3 right now?
Yes.
He should play the 4. He should play the 4.
And this is why I'm going to have my second final thought. If they brought, and don't get me wrong, I don't care if it's Chris Paul. It'd be a Chris Paul. It could be a fucking Otto Porter Jr. It could be anybody who can shoot or drive from the outside with any consistency, which the Bucks simply don't have. Like Dante
They do have that.
Garbage offensively.
They do have that.
With whom?
They can shoot.
Right.
They had the best record in the league for a reason.
I'm saying shoot and drive.
Yeah.
Boom.
Middleton. Am I wrong?
I mean, yes. Okay.
Okay.
Go on.
Bledsoe.
No. He's a shooter.
He's not like a shooter, but he can drive. He can create his own shot.
What they need is somebody. They need two people outside who can either shoot or drive.
The Lopez guy, the center, shoots threes.
Brook
like
Lopez
heavily.
is fucking garbage. He is the slowest monolithic fuck on the planet.
Kadeem, you remember this conversation we were talking about Lopez and how you said he couldn't shoot, but I said he could, and then we came back the next episode. He's like,
he drained like a bunch of
fucking
threes.
shoot.
Yes, but he's slow. What I need is
it's the same, but it's the same thing that the Sixers have the issue with, where you got the center outside shooting threes, and you got Ben Simmons and Giannis trying to be in the paint.
Right. No, here's the problem. Ben Simmons.
Okay.
What? Then why would you want to miss the five?
I'm seeing what you're saying, Kadeem.
No. Here's what you need.
I'm seeing what you're saying, Kadeem.
Look, all right.
I need to think on it.
You have five
It's
people.
starting to make sense.
You have five people, right?
I'm not mad. I'm not
the most
mad.
aggravating goddamn thing watching basketball is that the non-proper usage of what could be and probably is the best player in the league.
Right. So here's what you do.
Ridiculous.
You don't put him at center. You put a center at center, a big bitch. I don't care who it is. Get Yao out of retirement.
So a big what did you say? A powerful woman?
A big empowered woman at center. I don't care. You get fucking Sue Bird in there. She'd do great. You put somebody at center, and all his job is or her, I don't know if they're going to integrate next year. I doubt it. Is you have this person, right? Either the person guarding them follows Giannis as he gets double teamed in, or somebody rotates, you dunk. And if you have shooters, you have a shooter here and a shooter here, you pass one of them the ball. If they get guarded, Giannis can pick and roll, and then he can look to see if this person is guarded or not. It's easy points all day.
No, it's easy against like the Magic.
It's easy
the Magic
all day.
And
it's easy, dude.
And the Knicks and shit like that.
Look what happened. The Heat are the smallest team in the league, and they fucked the Bucks up. Why? Because they didn't use their height to an advantage. They have a 7'4" guy shooting goddamn threes instead of picking.
You know why they had him do that? Because they couldn't clog the paint. Because Giannis can't fucking shoot.
I'm telling you how they can clog the paint.
I see what you're saying, Kadeem. I see what you're saying. Dude, my thing for Giannis, I would just rather him learn how to shoot.
No,
he can't shoot. He can shoot from the elbow just fine. I think it was over 50%.
It's the same thing with Ben Simmons. It's the same thing with Ben Simmons.
No,
Simmons could just shoot.
Here's the issue. And it's the same with the Sixers.
Doesn't need to shoot.
Giannis can jump out of the gym, out of Miami, and come back down and dunk. He's 19 feet tall. He's the Greek freak. He's not the Greek average olive or whatever.
Like all I know is, dude,
he is that good.
If anybody, I will give you guys the week, and I'm going to ask you next week during our cold open.
I appreciate that.
As far as the Giannis at center, and I want you to tell me why I'm fucking wrong.
Well,
because I'm not.
All right. You know what? I don't want to say you're wrong.
All right, all right. Fuck this. It was my final thought. Give your final thought so we can end this shit. Because I ain't trying to edit.
Wait. Can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing real quick? I will do that, but I want you to contemplate a Bucks team where their center is Pau Gasol, but Giannis.
What?
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Where he's not always in the middle clogging the paint. That's all I'm saying. Because Giannis is he's too big and fast to be just standing in the middle.
Giannis, just go to the Mavericks. You can play the 4.
No.
Porzingis is the 5, and we'll have fun.
Dude.
Problem solved.
If Giannis went to the
4
no, Kristaps can shoot the 3 ball. Like
I'm gonna take a long call. Y'all motherfuckers take it too long.
No. No.
I thought you were gonna call me the N-word there for a second because we're pissing you
All
off.
right. Well, my final thought. My final thought is Daniel House is at home now.
No, he's in his house.
Daniel House is at home. Daniel House went home.
Yo, he dressed a bitch up as a COVID fucking tester.
Yeah. Kadeem.
Oh. K-Dot.
I
Kadeem.
can still hear you guys.
All right. Daniel House is at home.
Yo, hey, here's the thing. If you're 25 and you want some pussy, this is the whole problem with colleges coming back in session. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to go get some pussy. I don't care what anybody says. I'm in my 30s. I can go for I didn't, but I can go 4 months without pussy. I'm pretty sure I could survive it.
Yeah,
25?
I've gone years.
25? No way.
I've gone years.
Yeah, I
It
know,
is
but
what
I'm
it is.
saying at 25, at the peak of your career, in the fucking playoffs, you could just call a bitch and be like, bitch, show up with the Magic City wings and that pussy. You are going to do that.
No.
I would do
No,
it.
Women
it's
that are going to
stupid.
show up with wings.
No, that's stupid. That's stupid. As Daniel House, that's dumb as shit.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about what I was going to do.
Oh, no. You would be sent home, too. You'd be right there while the team is in the playoffs. And you'd be sitting there watching your team lose the last game.
Ryan wouldn't make it in the bubble.
Here's the thing. 25-year-old Ryan, not a chance. I would be kicked out of the bubble like this. There'd be like, I'm going to have somebody dig a tunnel with my $30 million a year. I'd have somebody dig a tunnel underneath just to bring bitches up to my room, and I would make sure I'm on the first floor. Secondly, 31-year-old, almost 32-year-old.
This is your 7th final thought.
Well, you guys keep bringing up thoughts. I don't know what to tell you.
So it's not the final one.
Yeah, I mean, it's everybody's individual final thought, and then I have thoughts. I'm saying
I can't wait to see what the title of this one is.
31-year-old Ryan, masked on, hasn't been to a restaurant in 6 months. Like 31-year-old Ryan isn't fucking around. 25-year-old Ryan, different story. That's all I'm saying. Like he deserved to get kicked out, but that
was stupid. I mean, it's only one game. Don't they play tonight?
No, he's out. He's not allowed to.
No, I'm saying, doesn't the Rockets play tonight?
Yes, but he's not allowed to return for the remainder of the tourney.
It doesn't matter.
The whole team is going with them tonight.
Yeah, the whole team is going back home with them, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
He
just left early.
Lose?
Yeah.
The fuck? They're down 3-1.
Don't.
They're out.
Ryan's calling.
He just got a head start. They got a head start.
Well, he got some head start. He got some head start. Anyway,
Isn't that pre-K? Whatever. God, I'm just done.
Pre-kindergarten?
Head start. It's the name
Oh,
of
yeah.
the
Shit.
I remember that. That was good shit.
I didn't remember until you told me. Cool.
It's like
your fucking minds are in the gutter.
I'm just
No,
a bill.
I wasn't
just a bill.
pre-K. I was in Cali, so I don't think we had that.
Oh yeah, y'all had a shitty school system. Sorry, bud.
I was there for like 2 years, and then I moved to Incirlik, so I don't know.
But what pre-Kers in California?
I don't
those...
remember.
No, I know what it is. Pre-Kers in California are also known as Mark Davis's barbers. Can we end now?
We should have ended like 5 minutes ago.
We should have ended 30 minutes ago.
Oh shit! This is a long pod.
I mean, no, the first 30 minutes was just.
This is like a 2-hour podcast. Nice.
No, it's like an hour, dude. At best,
Hour 45.
We have an hour of content.
Hour 45. Yeah. Because we got cut out like the whole first beginning.
I just realized I just could hit stop recording and leave. Like,
Don't do that.
Just create my own. This episode is going to be like I'm just going to make a Raiders low light video.
Yeah,
that was just a bunch of Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, Russell.
Ruckle?
Ruckle.
Like he deserves for me to properly pronounce his name.
He's a human, so fuck it.
Go take a nap.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's take a nap.
Black man, he's human. So say his name.
What passes off is human in the Raiders organization. Y'all had a crypt keeper, a crippled special ed student who's your goddamn owner right now, and a tub of lard to play quarterback.
I have the worst joke ever.
That's all better than being a racist team.
Not anymore.
I mean,
since when it's like, oh, we changed the name. We're not racist anymore. The fuck? Fuck out of here.
Is it racist if you murder your own career by being Jamarcus Russell?
Yeah, for real. Jamarcus Russell.
We're not going to add that, right? We're not adding this, right?
Here's my hot take. Here's my Skip Bayless take on Jamarcus Russell.
Let's go.
Jamarcus Russell did more to the detriment of the mindset of the black quarterback than anything the Washington football team organization has ever done.
No.
While the Washington football team has the first black quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl, Jamarcus Russell made everyone question whether or not a black person could ever play quarterback.
They didn't tell black people they couldn't play.
No, he showed black people they couldn't play, and that's the problem.
Doug Williams won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did. But before that, y'all told black people they couldn't play for your team.
It was a while back. And then Bobby Mitchell.
I feel no. To be honest, I feel that's more detrimental than whatever the fuck Marcus Russell did.
I mean, they could.
When did the Raiders get founded?
I don't know.
I'm going to put on the record right now that the Washington football team had a black player before the Raiders did.
But the Raiders did have a minority quarterback.
No, I don't want to hear your shit.
Or
yeah, we had the first black head coach, the first woman CEO of a team, like all that other shit. Go ahead.
Fake news, fake news, fake news. Thanks for watching ASOS. Boom.